Hi, Patty. How are you?
Hey, Katana, I'm doing great. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday.
Hi,
Hi,
Betty.
Patty.
I'm Betty.
Yes.
It was
Hello.
great.
And we have Judith here. She's been with us for a few minutes. So, what are we talking about today, Patty?
Well, we are talking about the glutathione and the thyroid and the liver and all those fun things. Oh, we have a nice friend coming in.
Yes. One of our LifeWave people that has been with us before on a Wellness Wednesday.
Hey, ignite your inner light, my favorite.
Hello. I'm going to be mostly off of camera.
Yes, not
I'll
a
say hello.
problem. We also have Judith here also. Let's send Betty.
Hi. So my name is Nechama, just to not be hidden.
Hello.
Ignite your inner light is my phrase.
Awesome. And how's things these days? How you doing?
I have a cold. I actually got acupuncture yesterday, and they're like, "What is that thing there? Is that for your pimple?" I'm like, no.
Tell them. Tell them everything.
Oh, I couldn't even talk. I was like, oh, I'm much better. My energy's much better today.
Good. We do suggest
Yeah.
that you start taking some copper glycinate, 2 milligrams at least every day to boost your immune system.
What is that?
So copper glycinate is a mineral and that synthesizes very well with your blood. We actually have specific pathways to detox copper glycinate and copper. Our blood is made out of copper, and that boosts your immune system so you can fight off viruses, and it also reduces the inflammation in your body. I'll send you some information. Let me
That's so cool. Is that like one of the latest crazes, or that's been it's
know.
not?
That's LifeWave's discovery because we have labs and we deal with the body.
Right. So let me ask you, is that something how do you get like a clean product?
You can go on Amazon. I'm going to show you right now. I'll just do so. If you type in Amazon, we're going to come out with something much better. But if you
Uh-huh.
go on Amazon and you look up copper glycinate, I'll show you what it looks like. I get it from Pure myself, and I'll just share the screen. So me and my family like to buy this one, and this is the one that we take.
What did you said it helps you get better quicker, and what else does it do?
Copper glycinate boosts your immune system.
Okay.
And it also reduces the inflammation.
Right, inflammation. So those are, yeah, big factor.
Yeah. But we also have other things to help you with your colds. And that other one is nattokinase. Not sure if you know what nattokinase is, and I'll share this one also. You could take a screenshot if you'd like. Because this is what I say to all of my clients. Nattokinase, you can take a screenshot of that one. That is a fermented soybean. It consumes flu-like viruses, and it also consumes the plaque in your arteries. Because we're being taught by an International Hall of Fame smarty pants. Right, Katana?
That's right. Hi, Sherry.
Hi,
How you doing, Sherry?
good.
Nice to see you again.
Well, thank you.
And this is Betty.
Hi, good to meet you.
Hi, Betty.
Betty is the one that Jennifer got in Texas.
Oh, okay, sure.
Well, I'm in Texas.
Yeah.
And we have Judy. Say again, I didn't hear you.
Nechama in New York.
Nehama. Your
Yes.
name is beautiful.
Thank you.
Let me know if you can see that.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Tonight is about glutathione and what happens with low glutathione and what benefits we can get from our own glutathione.
Mm-hmm.
Sherry, would you mind sharing your testimony about wearing the patches?
I'm still gotta remember to wear them every day.
Oh, that's normal.
That
Yeah.
is no. What happened with your blood pressure?
It had been up in the 160s, and I wore glutathione right before I put it on. I went to a doctor's appointment, and it was, well, I think it was in the like 90s. It dropped 60 points.
Oh, really?
That's huge.
Yeah, I know.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. But I don't know where it's at right now. But that day it dropped, and I'm like, whoa, there's something to this.
Yes, there is. I really highly suggest that you turn on your alarm on your phone to put on the patch and then to take off the patch, because I couldn't do it either. I'm telling you right now, I was forgetting about it.
Here.
I couldn't do it. It wasn't in my protocol. I wasn't used to it, putting something on my body. That was the weirdest thing ever. But I said, okay, I'm going to try, you know.
Sure.
Well, it's not going to hurt me. So many people are using it, and this guy is smart. Okay, let's do it. Set your alarm on your phone and put a beautiful music, something that makes you happy.
When you hear it.
Jing-a-ling-a-ling. Oop, got to put my patch on. Jing-a-ling-a-ling. Oop, got to take my patch off. Okay?
Sure.
So we're looking at glutathione and the problems, and we definitely have some wonderful solutions, because this is what our company is about. We face the problems and we find the solution. What we're talking about tonight is glutathione. Glutathione is an antioxidant that plants have, animals have, fungi has, and some bacteria also. Okay. Glutathione is something that's important for the cell components that's caused by sources such as reactive oxygen species, free radicals, peroxides, liquid peroxides, and heavy metals. It's the quicker picker-upper in our body.
Science has proven that the human body is naturally designed to exist in excellent health.
Yeah.
So what is biohacking? What does it mean? Healing the body without drugs and synthetic. Ooh, glutathione issues. Thyroid and liver. This is what we're talking about tonight. Inflammation is also an issue, because if the thyroid is off and the liver's off, there is inflammation. Low levels of glutathione, as we see on one side, the female, her thyroid's fine. On the other side, we see the male. Now, that's some thyroid issues. And as we see the bottom, normal thyroid, and then Hashimoto's disease on the other side.
Yeah.
And that's because the body is not detoxing and the glutathione is not high enough. So think of it as your body is a sink and it's clogged up. So that's why we're getting, see, look, he's got a lump because it's not detoxing properly.
That's I put mine right here for my thyroid.
Mhm.
Because like that man thyroid, I had my neck sticking out about like that on both sides, not just
Wow.
one side.
So what we're looking at is, you know, the effects of thyroid hormones when the thyroid is out, things going with the brain, the eyes, the heart, the lungs, digestive system. People are gaining weight. There's problems with the liver, okay? The skin, your bones, your reproductive organs are also all affected because of your thyroid. Not sure if anybody knew that. All
That
right,
your
they're all-
reproductive organs are affected?
Yes.
Yeah, I did happen to know that, but I'm a nerd.
Yeah, me too. So what happens if you have these side effects, Katana?
Feeling cold, memory loss, hair loss, stress. I used to have really bad shaking, and sometimes it was very unnoticeable. So when I look at somebody and their hands are shaking, I'm like, that's a thyroid issue.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so much more that
There's
can happen
more.
with thyroid. Yeah.
I was a hairdresser, and when I knew a lot of folks, and some of them, their eyes would bulge out. Like they would get real bulgy because of the pressure from the change in the hormones. It would cause a stress on the eye somehow.
There you go. So we want to also look at foods that can create allergic responses.
Oh,
to the
check on.
body, which will cause inflammation, and this will lead to issues in the future of our body. Issues. We're looking at, okay, you know what? You can eat this sometimes, but not all the time. You know, it's not something that we want to snack on constantly. This stuff is death to our bodies. You know why? Because it causes inflammation, and then inflammation stops the energy and the flow and the blood flow of the body. So we are starting to get diseases, and then you're not getting proper vegetables that can give you minerals.
The other thing that inflammation does, it eats your stem cells. It's like a little Pac-Man just going in there, just eating them away. And no matter how much you're trying to produce stem cells, if you do not downsize the inflammation, it overtakes. Now, we do need inflammation in the body to exist in the body, but too much inflammation is really bad. So diseases linked to glutathione deficiency, brain, immunity, and cancer, other things, inflammatory skin conditions, arthritis, chronic fatigue, and the pancreas function. If our pancreas isn't functioning correctly, that changes things. The thyroid runs 70% of the body because that goes up back to the brain. And there's, the neurons up there in the brain that needs the thyroid to tell the body what to do. And when you have your thyroid taken out, boy, it really throws the body off balance. But once you increase your GLT level by 300% over 24 hours, like today, I have my glutathione patch on. So my levels have changed today. So liver disease doesn't always cause noticeable signs and symptoms. But if signs and symptoms of liver disease do occur, they may include swelling in the legs and ankles. Now, I know when I see people, what's happening with the swelling in the legs and ankles is that their cells are not intaking water. So Celtic salt helps with that. If you put a little bit under your tongue, put it under your tongue a few minutes before you drink your water, and then you drink your water, your cells will intake that water. So if you have a lot of problems with swelling, it's your cells are not taking it because it goes back to the liver not able to process it. Itchy skin, dark urine color, which goes back to jaundice too. Chronic fatigue, nausea, or vomiting. Tendency to bruise. Anybody here bruises easily?
I used to.
Yeah.
You used to?
I did.
So what has changed for you, Betty? How long has it been?
Oh gosh, it's been probably a year and a half to 2 years since I've had that issue. Back then I had irritable bowel syndrome and GERD, like, you know how you get heartburn when you lay down, and sometimes standing up too. But I was just super malnourished from having the irritable bowel syndrome. Everything would just run straight through me. I couldn't keep anything in me long enough to digest it. And so I would get those purple spots like older people get on their arms, some older people. And my skin got kind of fragile like that too. And then I started working on taking supplements and trying my best to heal, but I just couldn't get but so far. And then in February, year before last, I began using X39 and Eon. And then a few months later, I started the glutathione, and I have had an incredible shift in my overall health. Incredible.
Nice.
One of the things that cleared up on me, I no longer have any blemishes. No more problem. I don't get a bruise every time I bump up against something, which is a good thing because I do that a lot.
Yeah.
I'm in a hurry. I've got energy now, so yes, I'm always moving and moving quick.
When I was 16 years old, I had them take 27 needles of fluid out of my thyroid area to have it tested. And then later in life, I had it cut out. They said they cut my thyroid out, but then they said, no, we only cut half of it out.
Oh, boy.
But come to find out, it was little nodules on the thyroid that was causing the issue. So then it would bulk out. And what it would do is go through and cut off my airway, where you don't even know how to function. The one thing I have noticed, I don't get hot.
Hot
as I used.
flashes.
Yes, the hot flashes, exactly. It doesn't happen as much. I believe the glutathione benefits with the other patches have changed my life. So, what are your eating habits? What are you including in and not including
That's
in your
huge.
diet? Because sometimes we get in that fast mode and trying to get our day going, and we'll just stick anything in our mouth to satisfy us. Well, glutathione benefits support health and immunity functions. Glutathione is a detoxifying anti-agent and one of the most powerful enhancers agents in the human body. And the great thing is, Patty, what is it? That we make our own.
Yeah,
Yeah, thankfully,
we
we
make
have
our
some.
own.
We make our own.
And Betty, this one's yours.
All right, happy to help. Okay, so it starts out showing working isn't bad, but there are some things we want to keep in mind, and that is our cells become depleted of glutathione through excessive exercise and exposure to high levels of toxins. We permanently lose the capability to make enough glutathione to deal with normal levels of free radicals in some of our cells, tissues, and organs. Another thing is the number of free radicals produced by our cells becomes consistently higher than normal and overwhelms our glutathione production capacity. This scenario here is one that tends to happen when we get out of equilibrium, and we know how it is. We've been trying to gear up for a long time to lose weight and work out, and we just won't do it, or we just can't manage it. And then, by gosh, we finally get it going, and we start getting in that habit. And then before you know it, I don't know about you, but I get gung ho, and I might go off the deep end, and I'm at the gym every day. And before I know it, I'm overdoing it. I have actually done this before. I was a bodybuilder back in my 30s and 40s. And at any rate, so overtraining really causes a host of these type of problems because it stresses the body and depletes it. And so the glutathione, because it's a master antioxidant, excessive exercise causes all kinds of harsh oxidation in our cells and in our body. So when we overdo it, we're actually producing toxins from oxidation. And then so if we continue to act that way and behave that way, and we're not getting enough what we need as far as nutrition especially, then we just can't ever catch up and get back to making enough glutathione to deal with everything. So we're just at a complete shortage. And if we do eat a food that has complete glutathione in it, like avocados or black walnuts have glutathione, it only takes isn't it like 6 seconds to use it up? It's just a matter of seconds or minutes.
Yep.
I'm not remembering the exact minute right now, but it's used up really quickly. So that's the thing. So we want to be in an equilibrium with our working out and be sure that we're doing it at a point where we're gaining ground, which is usually 3 sessions per week rather than 2. It's all it takes is that one extra session to go from maintenance to building muscle. And there's really no need for us to be overtraining and overdoing it.
Good. Thank you so much. What are the benefits?
It's a glutathione.
Mhm.
Its function is to help with various symptoms, such as what happens when we're low on glutathione, conditions associated with low glutathione, thyroid, pancreas. So heavy metals, toxins, accelerated aging. Nobody wants that, right?
No, thank
Right.
you.
I don't want any of those things.
The thing is understanding what we're missing. And like Betty said, we can eat those foods, but if we're moving, our body is burning that up. And that we can create our own glutathione, but it's not enough nowadays because we have all of these things in the air.
Yeah, stressing us, poisoning us.
So major benefits of our patches are, this is the best one here. These patches boost your glutathione to 10,000%. And no one is talking about this, okay? 10,000% is a lot. So what does that do? That supports your healthy immune system, improves overall health, reduced oxidative stress, reduction of inflammation, supports health.
Can I mention something real quick? I just saw a special on TV that was about longevity longevity. And it stated that in the blue zones where people are known to to be
Yes.
common for people to live to be over 100,
Uh-huh.
that when they tested their lab, they did their lab work, they discovered that these people all had higher than average levels of glutathione.
Yes.
I thought that was cool.
Absolutely. That right there is amazing. And what are we looking at? We're looking at David Schmidt. What is he
Yes.
doing? Our 20 years of research, this has created a world of optimal health. Just a simple application of our patches, we can painlessly provide these benefits.
Yes.
So here he is. Ta-da! Here he is. And we love him very much, and we thank him so much for the work that he does so hard, because here is his study, okay? How many people were here, Katana?
There's 15 subjects. Subject number 1, baseline, was 1664 on the first day. Look how much it went up, 2256. By the 5th day, we're up to 7158. Now, if you look at the baseline on number 15 below, he was at 1939, day 1.
Yep.
He jumped. Look. Oh my
Boom.
God. Bam, way up. I believe this comes back to the individual person, right? How each individual person reacts to what's happening, because it's nothing in the patch. It's non-transdermal. So it's just a mirror in there.
It may depend on how well you eat and what building blocks you have in you.
Yes, yes.
What about this one, Katana? You want to get a shot, Betty? You want to get a shot? No,
Thank you.
nobody wants to get a shot. This is what
Oh.
we're doing these days, all right? So we're getting glutathione shots to boost immune system. Injections have been proven to have very low efficacy.
Well, because it comes back to what Betty was
Eating
talking about,
out.
what was talking
They go
about.
through.
As soon as you start moving,
Or eat.
where'd that shot go, right?
It's all used up.
Yep.
So are you going to give yourself a shot every day?
Several times a day.
I like this slide. I think it's pretty funny because that, I think, is me going, oh my God, no.
That is cute.
So that is not fun. We have better choices available now.
Your choices available now. LifeWave helps your body to grow stronger every day to create wellness, energy, and a stronger immune system. What are you doing now to create those benefits? What are you eating? What are you proceeding forward to, and taking care of your own health? So we have here the blue light for the baby up above. They learned a long time ago for babies that are born early that they need this light. They understand that. But then when we get older, it doesn't matter. But it does. It really does. And we have the lady in the back with the white light. She's doing therapy. And then we have the red light therapy, which you can go and get that, or you can find one to bring it home. But the beautiful thing of the patch is this person's wearing it. You can put it on and go do whatever you want. You don't have to spend 15-20 minutes or wait, I can't do that because I'm doing my red light therapy today, so I have to work out my schedule. And they say 15 minutes worth. You have to do a lot of red light therapy to be able to keep your cells growing and producing.
So we are here to add ease to your life. Please contact us to add this to your life. We say thank you. You can connect with your friend. You can share this with your friends. We talk about this glutathione patch. You're wearing it for 12 hours. This is what it looks like.
And it's so easy. I like it because it's easy. And for a lot of us, we forget things, and it's okay that we forget things.
Yeah.
But with the patch, you can, put it on for 12 hours. And yes, sometimes it is good to set your phone because, I have caught myself
Yeah.
a little for that. It happens because, we get busy. Yes. The benefits are nothing short of miraculous. Better sleep,
Incredible.
improvement skin, I know, better sleep, right? Or
Can I
like,
share something
Yeah.
yes,
just
you
real
can.
quick? Um, like I said, I've been using these patches for 2 years now. But when I first started using them, I was having this burning pain down my arm, and it would go across the top of my hand, and I'd wake up with my hand all curled and my wrist all painfully numb and tingly, and that burning pain. Well, the second night I used the patch, the first night I used the patch, it was halfway gone. The next night it was gone, and the third night it was completely gone. Well, over the course of the next 3 weeks, some horrible arthritis I had been having got better. I had called the doctor for a checkup because it was so bad I couldn't stand up out of a chair without gasping in pain, and I was so stiff. I would just not even be able to stand up all the way. I'd have to take my time. So I made that appointment. Well, but I started the patches right that same week, and then I called to make the appointment. And 3 weeks later, I saw the doctor, and I was so much better by then. I told her, I can't believe how much less pain and stiffness I have. I've been using these patches, and I told her, and she told me that she had heard of them, but she wasn't allowed to use them because she'd had a kidney transplant. And that's the only group of people that can't use them because it improves the immune system so much that she's on immunosuppressant therapy, so she couldn't use them. So that made me feel better that my doctor knew about them, right? I just got lucky. And she indicated she would have used them if she could. So I stayed on them. Well, the biggest point I want to get at is over time, just more and more things have resolved. My glasses reduced in strength. If I didn't have astigmatism, I don't think I'd even need them anymore. I was nearsighted, and that is almost gone. And then that I just found out during a checkup. But the stiffness thing, that just got better and better. And I had chronic insomnia, horrible.
Wow.
And like 2 to 4 hours a night for weeks on end, and then maybe sleep good for a week or two, or not good, but better. And then there we go again. Well, I noticed when using the patches, I felt normal.
Wow.
I still wasn't sleeping great, but during the day I could function. I felt normal. That was freaking big, let me tell you. And so I stuck with it. And then this last Christmas, I went to Colorado for Christmas with my brother, and we went to Montana from there, which was an 8-hour drive on the way. I didn't even think about it. We got all the way there. I had no trouble with the trip. On the way back, I had no trouble at all with anything physical on the trip. No aches and pains. I felt great. I had no more insomnia. I do still have issues with insomnia. I didn't pause myself, but I don't have the GERD or the irritable bowel anymore.
Wait, you don't have GERD?
I don't have irritable bowel. It all went away. It just freaking went away.
Wow.
And over time, I've been able to start eating, and I eat tons of slaw. I make smoothies. I'm trying to make up for starving for years. And I have this Christmas when we left Montana to come back, we had to make an extra trip over to Billings. Took us 4 more hours to get home. 12-hour drive nonstop. 1 20-minute McDonald's break, for the food. And I didn't even still catch on. But about that last hour and a half, we stopped to get some gas, and I got out of that car and I was like, oh, wow, this is a long one. I'm kind of stiff, And then I was like, oh my God, I'm just now noticing.
Yay. Oh, Betty.
That was huge.
Yeah.
It was so huge because I was afraid to get old.
Yeah.
It was getting so bad that I was like, I don't want to get old if I'm going to hurt like this. What have I got to look forward to?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just starting to have those spells where I would, have a few of those thoughts, and I was like, oh man, this isn't going to be pretty, would run through my mind.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just had to share that because that was to me a miracle, but it really wasn't. That's the science at work.
Yeah.
It's just if you give it long enough, it's going to heal you.
Yeah.
If it's something that can, that is broke or injured or an illness that has damaged your tissues, those stem cells are going to do their job. I just want to tell you that I know because they've done it for me.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you so much for that share, because you're the one that told me.
Yes, I'm the one that told you.
And you saved my life. You saved my life. I thank my life because,
It has been a lifesaver.
oh my gosh, you saved my family. And this is what we're doing. We're trying to save others' families, you know?
Honey, I haven't been this healthy in 15 years. I was
Wow.
wanting to tell a friend of mine that has been diagnosed with cancer, and she's having a lot of damage from that chemo. And I know others that are on the patches that are also going through that, but because they're getting on the patches in between, their bodies are repairing in between, and they're not getting so damaged. So I'm trying to get her, tell her about all this stuff. And so I was, sharing about the results that I've had, and it's just been incredible. And I don't remember why I brought her up now, so just never mind. But
Completely.
I told her about it a year ago, and she wasn't ready to hear it. And that was before she got diagnosed. But she'd had pancreatitis off and on her whole life. She used to have a problem with alcohol. Overconsumption, wears out your liver. And the reason is because it depletes your glutathione so badly. And then you have problems with, everything. And so now I'm, we've got glutathione. She needs the stem cells and the glutathione, and I'm just so excited because of what it could do. I'm just excited to get her the information, so we'll keep it at.
Keep
Yeah.
it up.
So Patty, right quick, what has the patches helped you with?
Oh my gosh. Aside from what I already told you about the definite list there, I was thinking too, overall, the biggest impact, I think, has been to my quality of life, my mood. I had gotten really depressed with all that constant pain, and also we had just come out of COVID, or we were still in it actually when we first started the patches, and so that was depressing too. I had just moved to Texas, back to Texas from Colorado, to a new city to me, didn't know a soul, and then we got shut down. So that has been a big thing too. Over time, I'd say within 6 months, actually before 6 months, my mood was lightening up. I was feeling better overall, all the way, or overall, I was starting to be able to eat again and not run through me every time. And so it gave me my hope back, gave me hope back that I could have a quality of old age, and shoot, it's got to be anti-aging, like they say, because my hips are repaired. I have no more irritable bowel syndrome. I just have a few things that trigger me to diarrhea if I'm, not careful. But I don't have to think about it otherwise. And that was an everyday ordeal. And I was so weak. Before I got on the patches, I had gotten so weak that I had trouble standing up because I was starving. That's the kind of week I was experiencing at that time. But with all of this assistance, I've been able to regain my strength, and that's the biggest impact. I can fly out of this chair, girls. There ain't no just, having to use that arm to get up. I'm out the door. I go to the gym now. I haven't been this slim since 1990 something. I thought about it the other day. That's why I was mentioning my friend, because talking to her made me think, how long has it been since I felt good before this? How long has it been since I felt good when I was talking to her? And it was at least 15 years when I went down my list of all this. I had to give up my career because of frozen shoulder. My physical structure went bad. I developed scoliosis from leaning up the bowl, all kinds of stuff. That's all. My back is straight now. And that's from chiropractic, not just the patches, but, that is, it's just, but even after my back got straight, I had all these other problems still. And so these patches have completely changed the trajectory of my future. And that's why
you think that
that's what gets me when I realize.
But see, we finally have this help to teach us how our body works.
Oh, yeah, that too. I was always a nerd, but most people, they don't, it's complicated. But they make it so simple. It all makes sense because it is pretty simple.
It is simple. Okay, Patty, what was your things that the patches helped with?
Well, it was very interesting to start it off because I want to say thank you so much to Betty. And I always say thank you very much to Betty. And, you know, she's my lovey, and I love you so much, my best friend. And,
You're welcome.
you know, at 50, when you're going down, 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 right? You're already down because they're saying that at the age of 35, you stop stem cell production. So, you know, Betty's older than I am, and it was
I'm
not
62 in April.
62, and I'm in
Oh,
April too.
what about my age spots are not near as dark as they were in my
Okay,
50.
same here, right? Right? Okay, right? So I was having age spots, and
Oh,
I
terrible.
had a pregnancy mask as
Oh,
well
those are terrible.
because I have 2 children, and I'm fairly, you know, I'm European, so I have like brown skin.
Heritage. Mm-hmm.
Um, those went away because I was incorporating the glutathione.
Wonderful.
Then I started researching the glutathione, and I was like, okay, they're giving this to the military soldiers, the glutathione. Women in China or Japan, wherever they are, Singapore, all over the place, they want to keep their skin clean and white. They're doing glutathione. So I incorporated glutathione and I started feeling better. Okay. But my biggest problems were my right knee because I have 3 falls. I have a motorcycle, a horse, and a bike fall
Oh, wow.
on this knee. So
Oh, on the same side. Oh,
sorry.
bless you.
You know what? I'm a tomboy, so I can't help it. I just love action. And that went away. I said, oh my God, I actually walked 5 miles with one of my girlfriends. And I said, you're going to break my body. I mean, I'm just walking, but I think I need to stop because I think I'm getting anxiety because I've never walked like this so much. And I was walking, going up the hill and down. She wanted to go way up there. I go, no, I can't do that.
Didn't think you could.
I'm going to break. You know? The next morning, I was like, wow, I don't have any pain. That's cool.
Yeah, it's incredible.
That was after 5 months. 5 months. So, what do we have to do? We have to keep this going because at the age of 35, we stop and we go down every day and a half. Every day and a half. Every day and a half. We
I
go.
look back and I was such a mess, Patty. I just thought of something else that got better.
Ooh.
I was having to get 2 massages a month because I had frozen shoulder is what forced me to quit doing hair and massage. I had developed that scoliosis and all my back just seized up, and I could lift my arm up shoulder width, I mean just to my shoulder because I had to keep working, and so I didn't completely lock up, but I had to give it up. Well, I couldn't sleep because it would hurt so bad. I would just be so stiff. I'd wake up in a couple hours, and 2 massages a month is what finally ended up helping me. So about 3 months into using the patches, I had to cancel my pre-booked appointments because I had these set up ahead of time. And then a couple months after that, I realized I never did call them back and reschedule. And
Yeah, I was there that day.
yeah, when I had that discovery, and I was like excited. Yes. I was like, I can tell you, I just realized I haven't had to get massages anymore.
She's like, wait, I need to go get them so I can use them. They're paid for.
I was like, yeah, I did have a couple on that membership, but yeah, I haven't had to go back. I mean, sure, now and then I want to get a massage because it's a treat, but it's not that chronic at all. So that helped me pay, and that also was like, okay, I can use that money toward my patches. Yeah. So I just want to share that because I happen to remember. Yeah, it's been incredible for me. It's truly been completely about faith in my health.
Oh, me? Money? Yeah. Well, the whole thing of when I started the patches, when I started the patches, I didn't have the money. I didn't have the money coming in. And the thing is, Patty called me. So it went from Betty, Patty, and then to me. And actually a friend of ours had actually gave Patty my phone number. And I was going off to an event to do other things. And I told her, I said, I'll call you back. And she hung in there with me the whole time. And we talked for a while.
We talk
And the
every
thing
day.
is that, yes, we do talk every day. And the thing is to understand, it's not just about the health, it's about the wealth too. And to bring in that wealth inside of your light and body is
She's breaking up a little bit. Can you guys hear us?
Yes.
Okay.
okay. So the thing is that to understand, not think about what you can't do, because
Oh, she's breaking up again.
when I first started the patches, I could hardly walk.
She couldn't walk up the steps. That's how bad she was.
Too. I mean, from the postal, it was like,
But her neck was,
Yeah. Well, that's dangerous.
I'm going to tell you, Katana's
I know. I had,
Katan-
well, my thyroid, it was huge. But what happens with the little cyst that set on there, what happens is the mucus catches in there. And then it just sticks in there because those things close off my airway, and they can actually close up my throat. So I have to, I used to use natural, but they cut a lot out when I was younger in my
Of
early
your thyroid?
20s. And they said my thyroid, but I don't know if the doctor was really honest with me, because he said he cut all of my thyroid out, and then he goes, well, I cut some of
That's
your
confusing.
thyroid out. And yeah, so, but then later they wanted to do another surgery, and I said, no more surgeries, because I didn't feel like it did anything. So for most of my life, my neck stuck out like that man's neck, way out there. That was mine. And it was like a lake. You could see it. And I've done natural oils, I've done everything. But the one thing that keeps my thyroid in check is the glutathione.
Mhm.
And it makes a huge difference in my life. And it's just not that, it keeps the other parts of my brain functioning.
Yeah.
And the other thing is not having the money, it doesn't matter anymore, because my first year I made about $800. That helped me pay for my pouches. But in that year, because I was so happy, I gave like $1,700 worth of patches away, because I wanted to make a
Well,
difference.
yeah, because you get excited. I did too. Not that many, but I did give a lot away.
I
Me
did.
too. We all
I'm like,
did.
here, I wanted to patch the
Mhm.
Please
world.
try it.
Aw.
Yes.
I wanted everybody else to have that feeling
Yeah.
of good health, and that I feel good. Like your friend earlier is like, well, how do you feel better than what I feel now? Well, there is a better. There's a higher level of feeling better. Feeling
That
better,
is so true.
lower. There's a lower feeling better, and then there's that higher feeling better.
That's what
And to enjoy life, not complain about our problems, right? And what do you want out of your life, right? Like
well,
everybody
now I
here.
have some energy to dream again and to look forward to things and to execute things.
Yeah, and some people tell me, well, I'm this age and it doesn't matter. There was a beautiful lady I met this last Sunday. She goes, I'm preparing my husband to die. And I'm like, we're not supposed to be preparing to die. And she goes, Well, yeah, from when we're born, we're preparing to die the whole time, aren't we? And
Why
I'm like,
focus on that?
oh,
I'd rather
I'm like,
not.
no, we're supposed to live.
And make the most of it.
So what I do, I gave them patches.
It's so simple.
No, it is. I'm like, we put gave them glutathione
There's a lot of good food
deficiency.
in the brain. Hmm.
Yeah. Now, like us, we're aging gracefully, but we're going backwards.
That's what I like. I haven't felt this good, like I said, in 15 years. I want to keep it going.
Good
Yeah.
vibes, right? We're gonna do some good vibes. And you know, we actually celebrate every day because we are free. We can
Mhm.
connect with other people. We're living a free life
Mhm.
and we're feeling good. And we get to sit and record and put it on YouTube and have other people
Yeah.
see us. And you know what? We don't need Hollywood to be popular. Thank you very much.
No, no. Popularity comes within yourself. You got to be popular in yourself.
Mhm.
Can
Yeah.
I share before, well, actually, to thank you guys before I go out?
Please,
Sure.
please, we'll
Yes,
be waiting
please
for
share.
you.
So I'm not going to give a testimonial
No,
today.
just chat it. We're here chatting.
We're just
Yeah,
sharing.
but I do have to share another time when I'm a little bit feeling better. Um,
Mhm.
I wanted to thank you guys so much for everybody who came and joined, and
Yes, thank
you
you.
guys, ladies, for hosting. I just feel like, having the people that are like-minded community and people that understand at different levels and have the personal experiences, that it really brings my world to it. Like
Fruition.
I'm old for me. I'm 45, but I felt a couple years ago before I was starting all these, health conscious choices and
Mhm.
bringing freedom to my life. I felt like in the darkness,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what am
Lost.
I doing here?
Right.
What's my purpose here?
Exactly.
And as I got in touch with more people that were, and I feel like I'm one in a million in my community. So like I feel though empowered, right? And I know, and I found the inner light within me.
Good.
So like I do coaching to help people with that. People is like, oh, I'm trying to look for my purpose. I don't feel, you know,
Mhm.
That's what we
I'm
want.
living my life to the fullest and all this kinds of stuff. And, it's like, it's really the choice. I listened to, I think, like a 7 minute on double speed, somebody reading Neville Goddard today.
Mhm.
And I'm just like hearing the words. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, what are you thinking? And what are your thoughts coming from? And is that from a good place? And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I was in a good place, but hearing it just like made that good place even more expansive.
Cool.
And it's just so nice to be with the energy. You could feel it through Zoom. It's just like,
Aw.
it's really beautiful. So I just wanted
Oh,
to
thank
appreciate
you.
that. Thank you. It's
Yeah,
my
we
pleasure.
appreciate you. We
Yeah.
appreciate you coming and being here and being a part of this community. And
Absolutely. And please
we're
more.
Love to hear that our sincerity's coming through because we truly, sincerely believe that this is like a ministry to me. Just my ministry is just to be sure that everybody knows these things exist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, that's the
That's
main
it.
goal. If they get them or not, but at least that way they have the option. Absolutely.
Okay, I got to check out. This Sherry. Thank you,
Thank
ladies.
you
Good
so
job.
much. Good night.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
thank you.
You're
Good
welcome.
night.
All right, ladies, I think we're good for the night. And everybody, thank you for coming. Jan,
Oh,
thank you for coming and listening and hanging
yes,
out with us.
absolutely.
Bye bye.